Hello everyone, this is Filipino-American Heart Channel and I'm going to make another or updated Form I-134 or Affidavit of Support. Okay, this is for the people who are going to petition their fiancé to the Philippines or from any other country. Okay, you need to send this together with your I-129F if you're applying for a K1 visa or if you petition for a K1 visa with K2 only, okay? Or if you're going to petition your spouse, you will still use the same form, okay? So now let's start. Affidavit of Support USCIS Form I-134 and it expires in February 28, 2021. So this is the updated form of the USCIS for I-134. Okay, let's start here. It's stated here, you have to write your name, the petitioner. This form is for the petitioner, the one who petitioned, who is a U.S. citizen or the one who sponsor the Filipina or from other country people, Filipina or Filipino or Chinese or any other country. You are the one who petitioned this. You, petitioner, the U.S. citizen. Okay? So, you put your last name here, your first name, and the middle name. Next is here, sponsor physical address. If you're using P.O. Box, you can write in here. But if you don't, just leave it blank. If you can't write anything here, you can use your PDF and case filer and you can or filler, and you can just download this one and bring it or upload it to the PDF and case and you can write it, okay? Or you will just copy it to your Microsoft Word. So let's go to the other name used. For example, if you change your name, for example, petitioner, you've been adopted or you change your name, so you can write in here. But if not, just put it there, NA or none. Okay? So based on our experience, this is based on our experience, we just put it none in here. Okay? So sponsor's mailing address. So sponsor's mailing address, you can put in there, you sponsor. You, the citizen or the U.S. citizen, must put your full name here. Put your street address. If you live in an apartment, click apartment in there. So the city and town, let's say Memphis, you live in Memphis. And your state, TN or Tennessee, and then the zip code. Then if you have a province, put the province in there. If not, so just put it there, none. Me, I rather prepare it none than I leave it blank. So, and then right away it's stated here, USA. The country. Are your mailing address and physical address the same? And of course, if you're not transferring to other place, so just click yes. If no, just click no. Okay? And you have to provide your physical address. When you change your physical address, you can write in here. Okay? Or the new place where you are right now. Then, but mostly those who are sponsoring, they live in the same place, so it's okay. So other information, the date of birth of the petitioner, you, the U.S. citizen, put in here, then the town where you were born, then the country of birth. And then alien registration number, since you are a U.S. citizen, you don't have an alien registration number. And you also have to provide your social security number. So don't worry, it's a USCIS, so you're okay. And USCIS online account number, if you have, then write in here. But if you don't, so just put it here, none, or you just leave it blank. So in our everything that I put in here, it's based on our experience. So that's what we did. Instead of NA, we put it there, none. Then if you're a U.S. citizen based on birth to the United States and all of this, If you're applicable with this, just click it 1. But since he is a U.S. citizen, so we just leave it blank. Now, let's go to part 1. Information about the sponsor. You sponsor, okay? You, the U.S. citizen. So, I derived the U.S. citizenship by another method. So, if you have, then click in here. But if not, just leave it blank. I am a lawful permanent resident of the United States. If you have an alien number, so just write in here. But if you are a U.S. citizen, just leave it blank. So if you are also by naturalization, click also here. But if not, just leave it blank. So number 12, I am. How old are you now? And then years of age, and I have resided in the United States since you are a U.S. citizen, you were born here in the U.S. So just put your date of birth. Okay, just put your date of birth because you are born here. So you live in the U.S. for many years. If not, for example, if you live in the U.S., if you live in other country for a few years, and then you were born in America, and then you go to other place, and then you come back to America, just count how many years you've been here. And of course, if there is a question with that, so the USCIS will ask for more information from you, but mostly they don't. Okay, so don't worry about it. Next is the part 2, the name of the person you are petitioning with. So it's about your beneficiary, the one you petition with. So let's, for example, my family name is Pasinabu, my name is Samantha, and my middle name is Alipin. Then my date of birth. Then if you are a female, click female. If you're a male, click male, okay? The alien registration number, you don't have an alien registration number yet because you're going to apply. You will send this affidavit of support together with your I-129F when you apply for the USCIS for petitioning, so you don't have your alien number yet. So just put it there none, or just leave it blank, or put it there NA, okay? So the country of citizenship of your fiancé, put it there Philippines, or put it there Filipino, okay? Then marital status, single, never been married, or if she been married before, you have to click one of this here. Mostly in the Philippines, it's stated annulled. Make sure that you are annulled, because if not, when you go for the U.S. Embassy, they will ask you the annulment paper, okay? If not, so you have to make sure you annul your marriage first before you have to annul the marriage first of your fiancé in the Philippines before you petition them, because if not, you will never be approved, okay? Because she is still married in the Philippines, even if how many years they've been separated and there is no paper about it, no annulment paper, it's still useless. The money that you spend for applying and all the money that you spend is just like a bubble. It's gone. So make sure if your fiancé is are married before and separated with her husband before, make sure it's annulled, okay? That's just a piece of advice to you. Relationship to the sponsor. Relationship to the sponsor, it's fiancé. So if you are a woman, who petition your husband, so put it here, the exclamation mark and letter E. But if relationship with this person at the top is fiancé, your relationship with him is fiancé. So put it there like this if you're a woman, okay? Then here, beneficiary physical address. So you have to put the street and the street address of your beneficiary, which is the one who is in other country or from, for example, from the Philippines. Then if she live in an apartment, click apartment in here and put the how many floor or what floor she is. Then the town, the city or town, put it there, Davao City, for example. Then the state, we don't have state, we don't have zip code. We have province, which is Davao, and the postal code 6000, okay? And the country is Philippines. But if you are from other country, you can use the same form, but put it there. For example, if you came from Japan, from Saudi Arabia, from China, from Singapore, put your country in here. Beneficiary, or you're from India, put it there, India. Beneficiary spouse accompanying or following to join the beneficiary. So if you are doing the spouse visa, so you put in here, but if not, so just put it there, nan or NA, /NA. Then just leave her blank here, blank. Then beneficiary children. So if you're applying for a K1 with K2 like me, so I have 2 kids, so I have to put my 2 kids here. You have to put your beneficiary kids or the K2. So you petitioner must make sure to put their names in here, okay? Because you're going to petition them. So this one, their name is are here. I mean, their name are here already. So put the last name, the first name, and the middle name. Make sure you follow it with their birth certificate, okay? Then the date of birth, then male, if it's male, if it's female, click female. Then the second child, the second K2, put it here also if you have. And if you have 3 or 4 K2 that you're going to petition, if there is no other space that is provided in here, go to the last page and you can provide everything in there. For example, this one here. For example, I have 3, so I have 2 only, right? So the space provided the beneficiary children is only 2. So all you have to do is write it by this. For example, Espanol. For example, put it there the same way as you did in here. Put the family name, the first name, and the middle name, then date of birth, then the gender of your K2. So I will show you an example. So just put it there, part 2, question number 12A, and page 2. Okay, page 2. You're in page 2. So I will show you what I mean. For example, that is part 2, page 2, 12A. This is the last page where you can write if you have 3 or 4 children that you're going to. For example, that is page 2, right? Page 2. Then part number 2. Then item number 12.A. Okay? And then put it here, for example, if you have other kids like Espanol, for example, family name, you have to put a comma, family name, then the name is, for example, the name is Gemma, for example, if it's a girl, then middle name Pasinabo. It's just an example, okay, so that you will understand. Then the the birth date is, let's say, 12/25, then 2018, for example, like that. Then the gender is female, so put it there, female, or just letter F. So that's the best that you can do. So if you have 3 or 4, if you have more in there, if you have more kids, so if you have more kids, so you have to add in here. So just put it here. This is number 3. Let's put in here. This is your number 3. Ouch. Oh. This is your number 3 child. So if it's number 4, child, so if you have number 3 there, you can add another one. Still the same, you can add, you either can write in here again. Okay, page 2 like that. But you can even write in this part in here. Okay? So now I know you understand what are you going to do in part 2 if you have in page 2 part 2 12A if you have more than 2 children that you're going to petition from other country, okay? Because there are some who have really 3 or 4 kids that the US citizen really petition those kids. So all you have to do is just write in there, okay? So now let's go back to that topic that we have. Okay, let's say. So I'm done already telling an example about this here. If you have 3 or 2 or more children, so just go to page 8. Okay, just go to page 8 and do that. So part 3, other information about the sponsor. So this is the petitioner. So I am employed. So if you are not employed, so just write in here. But if you are, just click it here and put your as what. For example, if you're a driver, you're a manager, or whatever the position that you have, write in here. If you can't write in here, all you have to do is get a black ball pen or black pen, write it legibly. You should make sure that you write it legibly by pen, black pen. Make sure it's black pen. If you can't write it, just write it in a pen, okay? Black pen. Make sure it's black and they can read it. If you really want, also use the PDF form in case, and it's free online, so you're fine. All you have to do is download this using this bottom here. Download it and then upload it to the PDF form in case, and you're fine. You can write in here. But since if you don't have that, if you can't do it, so all you have to do is write it, okay? If you don't have the computer, or you want to petition your fiancé, all you have to do is ask a paper request from the USCIS, and they're going to send you this form. Okay? All the forms that you want to request from them, they're going to send it to your mailbox if you want. Okay? You can write it by your hands or by using pen, black ink pen, and you can do it. Okay? So as I have said, you can write your possession here, or what job you have. So click this part and that's done. So current employer address, for example, you're working in what place, put the street number, then the town, then the state, and the zip code. If you have the zip code, put the zip code there. If you have a postal code, put it there. For example, I put it here, none. I think it's Philippines who have. For example, the zip code is 3001, for example. So, or 3000, just put it there. And that's it. And then the country, where your job is. And then, here, income and asset information. You have to make sure that you write it. You tell it everything here. You can't lie in here, because if you do, because they are asking you your W2 and your ITR. W2 is the wage tax that you have, and the ITR is the income tax return. So they will see everything that you have. So don't just make a guessing in here. No, you don't have to guess. All you have to do is write it, how much your annual income. Make sure you write your annual income, your balance savings and checking accounts, the value of your other personal property, the value of the stocks, bonds if you have. But if you don't, so just leave it blank, okay? No problem with it. But make sure you tell it everything here. There's nothing here. I have a life insurance. How much your life insurance? With the cash surrender value. So if you don't have, just put it here, none, or NA, not applicable. But if you do, just write in here. So real estate information. I own real estate value at, so put in here if you have, but if not, just leave it blank or put none. Then the mortgage, what's that? If you have loans, for example, if you have loans, this is about, if you have loans, you loan your house, you loan your car, you have a lot of loans, so just put how much is it all in all. Don't lie, because they can see it, okay? Then I know you don't lie about it, so no problem with it. Just write in here, okay? Then if you don't have any loans, just put it here none, or just leave it blank, or you can put in A, okay? For us, based on our experience, again, we just put it there none. It's better that no space provided in here. So the state, the real estate, put the real estate located, all of that, just put it there, none if you don't have. So dependent, for example, you petitioner, you have dependents, you have kids under 18 years old, so they are all under by you. So since you are supporting them, you have to put their family name, their first name, and the middle name, and relationship to them, for example, daughter or son or stepson, like that. Just put it here, how related you are, why you are supporting them. You're supporting this child, okay? Then the date of birth, provide it here. This person is, for example, you give them full support, so click this part. But if you just give partially, like half or just a little, so just still click here, check in here, okay? So if you are sponsoring, if you support more than 3 kids or more than 2 kids, like this, if you have another kid that you support, so write their last name again, first name, middle name, relationship, and the date of birth, and your relationship to them, and how much you give to them. Is it whole or partial? So here another, so it's still the same. You have to put it all. If you support like 5 kids, then you have a lot of space right here that that USCIS provided for you, okay? So now in part 4, which is page 5, sponsor statement, contact information, certification, and signature. So since you petitioner is the one who made this, so click this part. But if your fiancé is the one who made it, I'd rather put it there, I can read, okay? Then you will put your name. For example, the Filipina is the one who made this, who fill out the forms that you have. So, or your fiancé in other country, the one who fill it out, just click it here if you want, okay? For us, we just click in here, okay? Then sponsors contact information. So you petitioner, you have to put your telephone number or your cell phone number in here, and make sure you put also your email address so that the USCIS staff can message you about the information that they can tell you about your application. Okay, it's better that they have your phone number and contact and an email address for them to message on what's going on. So you have to read all of this here. And next is about here it stated sponsor signature. So make sure you sign it here, because if not, you will come, they will send it back. Like for example, what happened to my K2s before, my husband forgot one of them. My other son, he forgot to sign in here, and we got a rejection because of that. And he need all the papers, as in all the papers that he sent to the USCIS, it come back to him, and then he need to sign just one page, just this one page, and he need to sign it and send it back. So it's another time. So all you have to do is make sure you sign it, and sign and date it. Okay, sign and put the date when you sign. Interpreter, if you need an interpreter about this, you have to write their name here, family name, given name. But if not, just put it there, nan, or you just leave it blank. Interpreter certification, put their name here, penalty. So all of that. Interpreter signature is here. So if not, just leave it blank or put it there, nan. Contact information and declaration if other than the one who is other than the sponsor. So since the one who made this form or fill out this form is you, sponsor, or you, petitioner, so it's okay. If your fiancé is the one who made this, don't worry, just leave this blank. Okay, just leave it blank, no problem with it. And then interpreter's contact information, just put it there, nan. Okay, prepare's mailing address, so just leave it blank there or put none. Okay, so here in part here in part 6, contact information statement if other than the sponsor. So it's just a continuation with the other page. So preparer's statement, you can click in there if you're an attorney, but if not, just leave it blank. Okay. Preparer's certification, you can put the preparer is the one who made a signature if other than the petitioner or the sponsor. So just leave it blank if you want. And then part 7, this is what I told you, the page 8. Part 7, if it's like this, your form is like this, all you have to do is write it by your black pen, just use black pen in here and write your last name, first name, and your middle name. And alien number, I'm sure you don't have alien number, just leave this blank. Okay, if that's it, you're done already. So if you have more questions, just comment down below and I'm willing to answer. I explained it to you already about it, so it's just like a continuation with the page 2, part number 2, and the 12A question. Okay, so that's all. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I hope you learned something from this video. And again, I have to tell you, thank you everybody, especially those friends that I got in my first channel before who are still contacting me, or you still communicate me and ask me, Ate, when can you make another video about how to fill out the form and all the process that you've been through. So I did this for you all, and I hope it helped you. And for those who are applying for the US visa for affidavit of support, this is it. This is what you needed. Make sure you send this. To the USCIS together with your I-129F, so that you don't need to. So that your beneficiary don't need to bring this at the US Embassy during the interview, okay? So make sure you send it now, so that all she need to do is bring her other papers, like ITR, the latest ITR and W2 that you have. So no problem. The USCIS are really want you to be here in the US too. They want also like you, that they feel in love, like that the staffs are very good people, and they want also, and they feel how you feel to be far from your loved one, or your fiancé, or your wife, or those relatives that you have. I know they understand you, so I'm sure they will help you bring them with you. Bring them all here in the US for you to be together forever, okay? So I'm sure if you are lacking of papers in there, they are going to help you. They will send you the list of the lacking papers, or those papers that they needed to complete your application. So that's all. Thank you for watching, everyone, and have a nice day. Comment down below if you have questions. Bye-bye.